Well, you're going to see there's a look at the pool totals. Lots of action early here. You'll see the countdown clock going into play here. And who's going to take home that beautiful cooler tonight? The Happy Retirement Tempo Sealster. As my friend used to say, it's Saturday night. Look out. Lots of action in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Upstairs for the race call. Here's Vance Cameron.
Holy, it's so early on a Saturday night. Here's the opener. First of a dozen on a beauty Saturday night here at the driving park. Selkirk Echo, Tradition, Cataparca, Doc Darrell, Fernhill Dynamics, Century Invictus, Reimar Jimbo. Post time. Rough and pacing, leaving out Fernhill Dynamic, Cataparca, along the rail, Selkirk Echo, farther out, Century Invictus fourth. To get away fifth up the rail, Tradition, then sixth is Doc Darrell, and on the outside the trailer, Reimar Jimbo, three wide all around the turn as they move to the backstretch, Cataparca. From the outside, will take over the lead for Adam Murner. Second is Selkirk Echo, racing from third. That is Fernhill Dynamic. Fourth and now on the inside is Century Invictus. That is Tradition fifth. Racing sixth, Doc Darrell trailing the field seventh. Reimar Jimbo 28. And 4 was the quarter mile as they arrive at the 3/8 pole. And on the point, it's Cataparca now the fraction center. In the 2-hole, that is Selkirk Echo. Racing from third, Fernhill Dynamic. In mid-pack fourth, that's Century Invictus. Now in fifth is Tradition, followed then by Doc Darrell sixth and Reimar Jimbo seventh, halfway home in the opener. Led by Cataparca in 58 and 2. Tracking along second is Selkirk Echo. Going wide third, Fernhill Dynamic takes out. Fourth on the outside is Century Invictus. At the rail, fifth, Tradition. Then Doc Darrell has sixth, trailing the field. Reimar Jimbo, three-quarters up next. Cataparca on the rail, the leader. To his outside, Fernhill Dynamic, the challenger. Third along the inside, that is Selkirk Echo. Century Invictus is their fourth. Three-quarters tripped in one. 27 and 2. They're turning for home. Cataparca's out in front. Selkirk Echo along the rail. Coming up on the outside, Century Invictus deep in the stretch. Cataparca, Century Invictus, and the Blue Knight U's open it up on a Saturday night. Second, Cataparca, Tradition third. 1:56.3.
All right, well, here's a look at the slow-mo for you in the Happy Retirement Tempo Sealster pace here tonight. And we talked about the 6, Peter, in the opener, sent off at 3 to 5 odds. Hughes with that second over trip here tonight and gets it done through the stretch.
Sure did. The Blue Knight is a winner here with Century Invictus. We'll take you through it. The 1, the 3, and the 5. They all won at the front end. Eventually, Cataparca got there 28 and 4, 58 and 2. Fernhill Dynamic first up. Century Invictus tracks 127 and 2. Still not decided. Jason swings off cover late with Century Invictus and reaches up to nab Cataparca right on the wire here tonight. 1:56 and 3. Great drive of the Blue Knight. He wins it in race number 1. Second to Cataparca. Third to Tradition. We'll see Century Invictus, Jason Hughes, and the ownership of Tempo Sealster in the winner's circle next.
This race replay is brought.
Century Invictus going to the first race winner's circle by facing Gelding 4, the son of Better's Delight from the McCardle Dam, Strike Accord, owned by John Collings of Brudenell and Tommy Collings of Mount Stewart. Horse bred by Century Spring Farms of Gorey, Ontario. He's trained and driven to victory by the Blue Knight, Jason Hughes. The time of the mile, 1:56 and 3. And down at trackside for the Happy Retirement Tempo Sealster Cooler presentation. The owners of Tempo Sealster, Gary Polton and Dewar Burhall. Tempo Sealster's last victory came on Gold Cup and Saucer Day of last year. He had quite a career, the 40-time winner of over $118,000 and a fan favorite here in Charlottetown. So we wish a happy retirement to Tempo Sealster with that trackside presentation.